Great evening, great evening, great evening. Hello, 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 Periscope. Hello, Periscope. Hi, everybody. Hello to the wonderful world of Periscope, the WWP. How is everybody doing this evening? Hello, everybody. Hello, I hope you can hear me okay. Hello, hello, hello. I pray that everybody is doing well. I pray that you had an awesome day today. And I just wanted to take a few moments to say hello to everybody. I am sitting in the parking lot of a university. I'm at the last stage of my evening, the last stop that I had to make before this evening. This is where I am in a weekly meeting every Tuesday evening. So I'm in the parking lot and I had a few minutes before I go into my meeting. So I wanted to say hello to everybody, to whomever is on Periscope right now. Great evening to you all. I hope you all are doing well and had a blessed evening. But I wanted to stop and talk to you for a few moments, if that's okay, before I go up to my meeting. And I just wanted to tell you something. I wanted to tell you that you need to push and push. Now, what do I mean by that? You need to push the word PUSH and also the acronym PUSH. And I'll get into what the acronym is in a couple of moments, but I just wanted to talk to you all this evening. It is Tuesday, September the 8th, 2015. Hope everybody is doing well. And we are in the last quarter, the fourth quarter of 2015. And those of you who have been in the fourth quarter of anything, if you've seen the fourth quarter of a game, if you're in the fourth quarter of the game yourself, if you're in the fourth quarter of the year, just like everybody else is, you know that in the fourth quarter, we tend to get discouraged, right? Oftentimes we tend to get discouraged. We tend to get doubtful. Even though we're in that last stretch, we still feel something inside of us. It's like, oh my gosh, I have been doing this for 3 quarters and nothing's been going on right. I've been doing this for 3 quarters and what's happening here? What's going on? Things are not happening the way that I want them to happen. Things are not surfacing the way that I want them to surface. And you start to get discouraged. You start to get doubtful. You start to wonder, why did I waste all this time doing this, right? It happens to all of us. We all have these feelings every now and then. You may feel discouraged because your business may not be flourishing the way you feel it should. Forgive me if I'm looking away from the camera, but I do have some notes that I want to read from, if that's okay with you. Or you may be in a promotion for your job, but you were turned down for the job, whatever the case may be. I know for me, I put in for a promotion on my job twice, the same promotion. And this is for a job that I'm physically doing now. I'm physically doing the job now, so I figured I'd put in for the promotion, and I was turned down for the promotion. I had a right to feel doubtful and to feel discouraged about that, right? Absolutely. Absolutely. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Diane Antley. I am the aspiring motivational speaker, but I also have a full-time job. I also am in network marketing. So I'm doing a lot of different things, right? But that's okay. And I have every reason in the world to feel discouraged and to feel doubtful with all those things that I'm doing as well. Just like you have those times where you feel that way too. But just like you and everybody else, we need to push and push. And you may feel doubt because of a strained relationship or just anything that's going on in your life. You may feel some doubt. Well, I want to say to you that you have to push and push your way through. Okay? So again, I need you to push. And I also need you to push, that acronym PUSH, P-U-S-H, your way through. So what do I mean when I say the word push? You have to keep pushing through life's obstacles. It's very important that you keep going. If you don't, you will never know what awaits you on the other side. Even though we're in the fourth quarter, even though we may be discouraged, even though we're feeling tired and we're feeling doubtful, I need for you to push. You got to keep going because the year is not over yet. Your home run hasn't happened yet. Your goal hasn't happened yet. That prospect hasn't said yes yet in your business. You haven't gotten that promotion yet on your job. It hasn't happened yet. So you got to keep pushing until it happens. You got to keep pushing. I read a statement this morning by Mr. Les Brown. For those of you who are into motivational speaking and you've heard of Mr. Les Brown, he is my absolute favorite. He is my absolute favorite. He doesn't know this yet, but he is my mentor. He is my mentor. He just doesn't know it yet. But I heard a statement by Mr. Les Brown this morning, and he advised that we should say to ourselves, regardless of what we are facing, I am going to be all right. And that was very powerful for me this morning. And no sooner than I read it, I just kept saying it to myself over and over again this morning. Regardless of what I am facing, I'm going to be all right. So speak that into your being and push your way through, regardless of what you are feeling, regardless of what happened, regardless of what you're going through, regardless of what you're used to seeing, regardless of what you are used to hearing, and regardless of what you are used to knowing. There's still time for a breakthrough. There's still time for a change. So you have to push your way through. Push your way through, getting more prospects and building relationships on your business so that your business can flourish. Push your way to put in for that position on your current job. Push your way through. You never know what could happen. If you didn't get the previous promotion, perhaps it's because God didn't want you to have it at that time. Doesn't mean he doesn't want you to have it. Maybe he doesn't want you to have it at that time. So continue pushing your way through. Push your way through so that you can see what the results are on the other side. Now, what do I mean when I said push and push? I said the acronym PUSH a couple of minutes ago. Remember that? Well, that acronym stands for pray until something happens. Now, I know I've got some believers who are on this line. There has to be a believer here on Periscope who can understand and feel what I'm saying when I say that. In addition to us doing the action word of pushing, we have to pray until something happens. As a Christian, I find myself praying more and more for the things that I need. Every moment of every day, I'm in prayer and I'm in praise. And it's not because I'm trying to show off. It's not because I feel that I deserve more than the next person. But it's because it's something that I have to do, something that I have to go through, because it's what helps me to get through. It's what helps me to get through and gives me the strength so that I can push. I encourage you to do the same. I want you to continue to do the same thing. I want you to push everybody as much as I'm pushing for ourselves, because you depend on it. Your life depends on it. Your future depends on it. Your world depends on it. I am reminded in Matthew 11:28, where it says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." God doesn't want us overburdened with discouragement or doubt. God is willing to ease, relieve, and refresh us as long as we come to him. And just talk to him. You don't have to be fancy with your words. Just simply speak to him and acknowledge him for who he is and tell him what you need. Tell him that you need the strength to continue to push. I'm getting excited. Tell him that you need that push. Ask God to give you the strength that you need so that you can continue to push. And while you're praying until something happens, you can feel inside of you the strength that he will give you. So once that he gives you that strength, you can continue to push your way through so that you can make it. You can make it to continue doing what needs to be done. Believe me, I had to pray my way through certain situations and circumstances as well. I had to pray my way and push my way through a divorce that I had recently gone through. I wasn't sure if I was doing the right thing. I didn't want God to be mad at me. I was discouraged. I was doubtful. But as I thought about his word, I couldn't find any place where it says to continue to suffer or to be unhappy. So I pushed. I prayed until something happened, until I received my answer from God. So when things are not going the way you want, push and push. If your business has become stagnant, push and push. If you feel you deserve that promotion on your job, push and push. Whatever your situation or circumstance, remember to push and push. As I said, I'm sitting in a parking lot right now, a parking lot of a university where I'm about to go up to my meeting. I have been up since 3 a.m. I told you that I had a full-time job. That full-time job is not in Pennsylvania where I live. It's in New York. So I commute. So I have commuted today. I have been on my job. And now this evening, I'm going into my business, going into business mode. And I can't do any of that without praying until something happens. I can't do any of that unless I push myself. And so I invite you and encourage you and challenge you to do the same thing. We can all make it. We can all get through whatever it is that we're going through. We just have to push. So I am not going to take up any more of your time. I thank you so much for just dropping by for a few moments and listening to what I have to say. Again, my name is Diane Antley. I am the aspiring motivational speaker. I thank you so much. Thank you so much. And if you liked what you heard and you appreciate the broadcast, whether you were listening to it live or you're listening to it on the replay, if you would be so kind as to share it, I would love for you to share this with somebody else. I'm not asking you to share it because of who I am. I'm just asking you to share it because perhaps there was something in what I said, in what I said that may benefit someone else. So I thank you very much. I will talk to you soon. My wonderful world of Periscope. I'll talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.